Hey guys, so I'm finally doing my craft room tour. It's an updated one because I put out one last year, I believe. Not last year. Was it last year? Sometime last year. And it's changed a little bit, but not by much. But it's pretty much additional storage that I've added since I did that. And I've rearranged some things. So I figured since I was cleaning my craft room, this is the cleanest it's probably going to get for me to do a video. And it's really not that clean. Um, in my opinion. It could be better organized. I just have run out of places to put like larger items or stuff that's kind of odd shaped. So I figured I'd go ahead and do it anyway. And some things I'm not going to go into detail because there's some stuff that I'm putting together for other people and I don't want them to see everything that's in it. So right now I'm not holding the camera, but there are parts where I'll be hand holding the camera. So I apologize in advance for any shakiness. This is the view from my craft desk if I'm turned, well, I am right at my computer desk, and this is where I usually film my videos. My web camera is just facing upwards so that you can see the wall that's in front of me if I'm sitting at my craft desk. I have another desk that is over to my left for my craft desk, and I'll show you that as well. So I'll do my best to try and show you what I've got. But basically, let's see. Over here, this is some ribbon and trim that I strung on a hook. If you can see that hook, it's from Target in their organization section. It's like a metal hook that comes down with 4 prongs, and it's held up there with little binder rings, those little ribbons that are hanging all down here. And um, it's hung up there with one of those garden hooks that has like a L shape. Um, I am in a addition to the house that it was a sunroom that got enclosed basically. So this house is from the 1950s, and my husband is a big believer that you don't paint wood trim. I don't feel that way. Obviously, if I could, I would paint this all white. But the wall you're looking at is one of the walls that actually is in my craft room that has wood mostly on it. And you notice it's got 2 doors. One here and one here. This is the door that goes out to the backyard, which we never use. And it has a window in it, but you can see my punches are hanging on that door from one of those shoe organizers. And then this door is a door my husband put in, and it goes to our utility room. And this is the door that we regularly use to go to the backyard. It didn't used to be there, and when we were dating, he put this door in, and our utility room is back there where the washer and dryer are. All of these things here in this shoe organizer is really all laces, so it's not heavy to open the door and stuff like that. That's one of my concerns, is opening the door a lot and having things swinging around. I couldn't put punches on this door because the weight of it is just too much. So this just has laces and ribbons and trims that people have given me. You can also see some really long felt pieces. These are the ones that Vicky bought me from Daiso. I just hung them there for now because I haven't cut into them yet. And in between them, this wall here is my my organizer from Michael's Recollections organizer, and you can see some of my milk glass up there. These are Dunnies, 6-inch ones, and then I got a little shelf here of 3-inch ones. This is not my entire collection of Dunnies, but these are just ones that I pulled out of the boxes. Seam binding up in here. All this is seam binding. This is all pearl trim or acrylic trim. This again is more of the acrylic trim on rolls. And then right here is a faux clip it up from Hobby Lobby. This has my greeting farm and my Prima stamps hanging down. These two, this box right here and the box underneath it, are 12 by 12 boxes I got at AC Moore, and it houses my envelope punch board. Although we are memory keeper punch boards are in this black box. Underneath it is my stampendous or Inkadinkadoo, that circle thing that makes patterns. I don't know what you call it, but that's what's in those boxes there. And then they're sitting on top of those. I'm going to angle this down a little bit so you can see maybe. it might be a little hard to see. I apologize because I don't want to hold the camera if I don't have to because it'll be shaky for you guys watching. So there's these Michaels rolling drawers units. There's 2 of them side by side, and this is all fabric. So there's tulle and there's fabric remnants that I've purchased. There's on the right hand side are all like tissue paper paper bags that I use for racks and everything like that. And then on the left is all like fabric remnants and such that are in the white chest. And they're drawers, so whenever I need to go in there, I don't usually go in there a whole lot, but whenever I need to go in there, I'll pull them open. In front of it is the suitcase that I altered with the ladies' diary paper. And that suitcase has just doilies in it. There's nothing else in there but doilies. And then on top of that, there's a suitcase here, this blue suitcase that you see. And I'll try and move this lamp. This blue suitcase here has yarn that I purchased for crocheting. And then there's a letter M I altered, a milk glass thing. It has a candle in it. There's the box that Shell gave me, and there's the box that Carmen gave me in our swaps. And then there's a card I made, and then to the right of that is a scroll that B, who is, oh gosh, what's her YouTube channel name? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I'm sorry, B, but she made a altered scroll for me, and that was for Archana's challenge. This is a project I haven't shown yet. It's my steampunk project, and I'm not going to zoom in on that because it's not done, but you get a sneak peek of it. And then there's some altered bags here that were for a Valentine swap that I was in. There's 2 different swaps I was in. So that is that wall. And actually over to the right, you guys can see this. Over to the right is a set of 3 IKEA bookcases. So here's the first one, and they go along in this direction to the right of me. So just this part up is all crafty stuff. So this is where my scan and cut machine is, and this is where I use it. Right next to it, this is all metal embellishments and those bling brooches and rings that you can get from downtown LA. My cutting boards. These are all my 6x6 paper pads in these art bin satchels. And then there's a Project Life book that I'm working on. Haven't done in a while. All my scrappy books. There's supplies in these. The tallest one is my Viva Decor rub. And they're like those faux book boxes. The middle one has some distress glitter. And then the small one has little daubers in it. Not daubers, but I don't know. It's something I got from a thrift store, and I haven't used it yet. So it's pretty much, I would say it's empty. I'm going to figure out what to do with it. And then there's just a box there that has something in it I looked in last night. I need to label it. But anyway, that's what this bookcase has. And on top, I also use the space at the top. So you can see this is the roof line. That has like frames, little frames in it. This is my thicker storage, the overflow thicker storage that I showed in my video for Melanie, who's Intelligent Bella. She had asked us to show our storage. And then on top of that is like specialty paper, like watercolor paper and origami paper. This has, I don't know, just knickknacks in it. There's a Christmas storage item right there. So I'm going to come back down, and I'm going to go to the left. So hopefully I don't make anybody dizzy, because this is the best way I know how to do it from this standpoint. And of course my monitor is going to be in the way, so I'm going to have to pick up the camera a little bit. So this over on the left hand side here are all the some of the sprays that I have. We hung these shelves on the wall because this is one of the few places where I actually have wall space. And you can see some milk glass. These are some of the projects that Shell made for me in our swap. And then I have these tiny shelves. They're very narrow. They're probably only about that thick, that wide, the size of a spray bottle, really. And there's 2 sets of shelves up. So that's the Tattered Angels, and then this is the Heidi Swap and Tattered Angels. And then underneath that shelf, and I'm going to take the camera out, so hopefully I can show you without too much shaking. Okay. So this unit used to be full of my husband's artwork. He was an art major in school, actually a jewelry major in school, and sculptor. Um, so he had a lot of his paintings and such in this flat file, and I kicked his stuff out. I didn't kick him out. I kicked his stuff out because you can see there's a desk chair right here. Um, that's his chair because he sits on the other side of me. If you look over here, there's another monitor. He sits on the other side of this desk. So this is where I sit. On this side, you can see my monitor. So now this flat file is where I put all of my laces and trims. Laces, I mean. Laces and rosette trims. So the top two drawers are laces, and the bottom three are rosette trims in this flat file. And then on top of it, you can see this is my little storage thing from Harbor Freight, that's spinning carousel. And you notice it's got 3 tiers only and not the fourth. The fourth is right here. I removed a tier and put some PVC piping in between the 2 tiers to hold space them apart correctly, so that I could put my sprays in here. And these are all Lindy Stamp Gang and dilution sprays. Mine is white because my husband, he painted it for me. Swede that he is. Painted it for me, and that table is full because there is some racks that are going out in boxes there. And then behind it is my old Cricut Expression, the first one that came out. On the wall right here, those are stencils, larger stencils that are smaller than 12 by 12, but larger than, like, say, a 6 by 6. And I used to do all my spraying on this art cart, but now it's full of stuff, so I can't really do that there, but that's okay. And those are held up by a clip it up, wall mounted clip it up. So I'm going to swing around, and I'll cover, like, well, actually, yeah. Let me show you what's on my desk, so that you all are aware. So my desk is actually, I covered it up with some material because I'm working on a project and I don't want that person to see what I'm working on. So this is the desk where I work sometimes. If I work from home for work, my job, this is where I sit. And I do have enough space for a second computer, but it's not up there. You don't see it. You can see my Copic marker storage. And let me go ahead and put the camera back on the stand, and hopefully it's not going to jiggle you around too much. Okay, so you get to look at yourselves for a little bit. And let me bring out this lamp out of the way so you guys can see what I sit in front of or beside of. So here's my laptop screen, or my second monitor, as it were. And I have my Copic markers here in the storage that you can get. I don't remember the name of the company, but a lot of people have this storage. I have 4 sets of these on my desk. And my desk is an IKEA desk. It's one of the long ones. Since I share it with my husband, we just got a really long one. And he sits on the other side of the Copic markers. And his laptop is set up over there. So these are all the Copic markers, by the way. So you only need 4 to hold all the colors. And you don't need the full 4, because you can see right here is Derwent Inktense pencils, a 72-piece set. And then my distress markers, all the colors are right underneath. And there's another cubby down there too that has distress markers. So they're split into 2. So all of the Copic markers fit in 4, really 3.5 of these cubbies, in case anybody's wondering. Because you could do the calculation. I think each cubby holds 23 colors. And I like them divided so that they're not all together. It prevents me from having to look too much. And then I have a whole bunch of knickknacks in here. There's a pencil case over here, which is really a utensil container. And then I have all my crafty tools in here in this milk glass. Pliers, all you name it. This box is usually here. I'm just working on something and I covered it. And then I've got some tools that are hanging from a 3M clip on this side. It's like a T-square, ruler, etc. Long acrylic stamp block hanging over here on this white thing. And then I have a Clip It Up that stands right next to me. And this is all organized. I think you guys have seen this before. It's all organized by color. So white, red, cream, pink, yellow, warm colors and neutrals. Down here is the cool colors, black and gray. And I'm going to move my chair. I can see my paper towel roll. Sentiments. Let's see if I can get my hand in there. Sentiments and oversized long things that are hanging down here because you have to have the space in between to be able to spin it. And then at the bottom is like organized by different things like holidays and multicolored things, and I don't know. I organize in a certain manner, so that's what's down here. To the left is my craft desk. So as I've mentioned before, and I'm going to try and do this without causing you too much. To the left is my craft desk. So let me see if I can get my chair out of the way. Is that better? My craft desk, and this is where I can craft when I'm and stand at the same time. So you can see this desk is an IKEA desk, and it's held up by 3 IKEA bookcases, one on each side and then one in the back behind it. And back behind it is a standing Clip It Up again, but this one is a double, and you can only see a portion of it right here. And I've shown this before in the thicker storage video. If you go back and look at it, you'll see the thicker